Please invite into court Baroness Irayari, Vairavi.
Your Majesty, by your leave, I present Irayari Vairavi, Uyananda Mahal, companion of the Order of the Lux Caius, companion of the Order of the Manch, and holder of the King's Order of Excellence.
Your Excellency, we put a question to you at Rosie. And before we have your answer, we have a present.
Your Majesty, you asked me to write a poem in the Bhakti style. I have chosen to emulate, and I've been inspired by one of the first, if not the first, of the Bhakti poets, Kabir. Peacocks do not fly in vast flocks, nor do tigers crowd the forests. Gold does not lie scattered on the ground. Pearls are not strewn in the seabed. Laurel leaves do not cover the mountains. Kabir says, the ascetic walks along the road alone. A spiritual person is rare in this
As we have said, at Rosie, I go to the forum. I put forth a question. Keep joining the sorrow of the year. Very well. Please call the king.
Their Majesties summon their Order of the Laurel.
I would ask, is there a member of the Order of the Chivalry that will speak to this candidate?
Your Majesty, I am Michael of Northwood, Knight of Ethelmar. By your leave, I would speak. For those of us who live by the sword, courage and bravery is not only expected, but easily displayed. For those who choose a more peaceful path in life, these moments of courage and bravery are less obvious. For a person to choose to live their life with honor is bravery. For those to choose that when faced with difficult decisions in life, do the right thing, regardless of the ease of that path, regardless of the personal reward or self-servingness. That is bravery, that is courage. It's been my privilege to know this fine lady for many, many years. And throughout all of that time, I've seen nothing less than absolute dedication to honor and courageousness. When faced with any difficult decision, she has always defaulted to the right thing. She has always performed made the right decision without regard for her own personal benefit. I can't speak with enough of my heart to say that she's always done this, and she's an amazingly courageous woman. As to her courtesy, I'd say not to look for specific examples of courteous behavior. I say to look to all of her behavior and use it as the example of what courtesy should do. She's ever and always a picture of courtesy. It's my deepest honor, and I wholeheartedly support her elevation to your field.
Is there a member of the Order of the Pelican that will speak this case?
I, Carolingia, would claim that right. In these lands where we live, wealth is not accounted in gold and silver. There is no king that has a strong box great enough to buy the devotion and duty of those who fight in our armies, who create our works of art, who do the daily labor that makes the world go round, so that all of us might play. The coin of our realms is service, and we do what we do for love of our arts, for love of our ideals, for love of those who inspire us. And I would say that Baroness Irayari Vairavi has a heart full of love and service that offers richness untold to this kingdom and this society.
To remember the order, the Lady of the Rose.
I, Concordia, Master of the Laurel, carry the words of Duchess Natalia de Foix, Mistress of the Laurel, and the Pelican, twice Queen of Caid. Praise to Edward, Eastern ruling, strong his wisdom and his prowess. Praise to Marguerite, whose visage shines with bright and noble beauty. Fortunate to serve my kingdom twice as King of Caid reigning. Truly it is likewise joyful speaking with the voices of roses. Unto you and this assemblage, people from the many kingdoms, do I send these words in praise, Tirun Chender's fair Vairavi. So it is the way of laurels, bearing learning like a candle, going where the path may take us, be it shores of gold or silver. As the ancient wisdom teaches, she has learned well what was taught her. So too lived her learning brightly. Knowledge is her wealth eternal. Witty skeptic, patient teacher, poet to King Maravarman, artist with so many talents, traveler to many places. Thus, in keeping with tradition, speaking with the voice of roses, let me welcome now Vairavi, now at last, my laurel sister.
To remember the Order of the Laurel. Speak this canon.
Your Majesty, there are two, if by your leave we are allowed to speak, and one local first.
Majesties, I'm Lord Krieger, and I am the voice of Master Sorrow. He sent me a clay tablet. Greeting fellow members of the Order of the Laurel from Master Uzo. I have been asked to share a few words on behalf of a wonderful candidate and find myself honored twice. First, having been asked to do so. Secondly, by having this read in my absence by Krieger. Dear friend, Vairavi. I've known her for quite a few years. I've enjoyed her friendship inside and out of society. I've been inspired by her beauty and her passion for anything she does in our day. The research she does is exhaustive, the depth of her research at times intimidating, and something to admire. Her search is strong. I have found her graceful and giving, and would count her as an asset to the Order as I find her an asset to my life and all the lives she touches. To count her amongst us, to call her a sister in our Order, we will only be stronger for it. Allah.
Be assembled. I wear this because of this woman. And she has taught me something she is not even aware she has taught me. But that is the value of something that is so key to those who we admire, and that is patience. To continue to work on that which you love, day in and day out. To never let the doubts and the circumstances defray you from focusing on what makes life worth living. Makes life more than just eating and drinking. She knows not that she taught me that, but she did. And because of that, and because of all the other things that have been spoken today about her, Allah tells me that she must be my sister, my dear. And I thank you all.
Your Majesties, this veil is presented from Lady Mariam Al-Baran and other fine artisans from the Kingdom of Caid.
This way has no history. You have walked your own path, you have opened your own doors, and you will continue to do so. It is your feet on the path, and you walk it as you step. Yeah, like that, like that. I'm a girl, I'll do it. Your Majesty's not done. There is an oath. And the words of the people should be written on your feet.
I invoke all present to hear and witness my taking this vow. I touch the feet of my king, the source of all righteousness and strength, and do hereby swear. I touch the feet of my queen, the source of all beauty, modesty, and delights, Turkish and otherwise, and do hereby swear. I call to mind the feet of my mother, the personification of life and all the elements, and do hereby swear. In the name of the great sages, I do hereby swear that from today I take the task of always sharing what I know. I do offer my life to this end. That I shall not disclose the secret orders and resolutions of the peerage. I do offer my life to this end. That I shall bear all difficulties without being moved to run, at the sacrifice of whatever I have, wealth, life, honor, reputation. I shall do my duty in this regard. That I shall bow down and carry out all the orders of King Edward and Queen Marguerite. That if any way I dishonor or break this vow, let the curses of the great sages, ancestors, and kings overtake and destroy me.
I, Edward,
And I, Marguerite,
King
and Queen,
of this kingdom, hear your oath of fealty. And offer unto you our protection and our support in these deeds that you do in our name.
till these crowns pass from our hands. Death takes us, or the world ends. Oh, to scroll.
Hail prosperity! May the sun which delights the lotuses, the ocean where the multitude of gems, all virtues, has its birth, the supreme ruler of all royal races, the house of Loch Leven, rule forever the circle of the earth, redressing the grievances of all. The letters of the alphabet are only 26, whereas the virtues of the kings and queens of this house are resplendent beyond number. How can I describe these with so little? O Mother Sarasvati, secure for me the help of other letters. In the first year of his reign, this king, Edward, whose enemies are not sufficiently numerous to allow the full display of his heroism, who is pleased to be seated together with his Queen Marguerite on the throne of heroes, which is made of pure gold, asked his wisest counselors, his receptors of deities, by what gift does one succeed in coming to heaven and training to beatitude? O foremost of speakers, do thou tell me of that gift, which is productive of high and inexhaustible merit. They replied, that ruler who desires to have prosperity and who wishes to win happiness for himself should always make gifts of the three peerages, with due rights unto deserving persons. And as those who are deserving of the recognitions of the laurel continually multiply the ranks of the learned and the skilled, the merit that attaches to the gift of the laurel increases every time the scholar teaches and provides exemplars for the benefit of the kingdom, even as a drop of oil falling upon water is seen to extend on every side and cover the watery surface. Indeed, they who hurl themselves into battle, fighting without any regard for themselves to secure the benefits to their masters, even they are unable to transcend the merit of those who make the gift of the laurel and the patent of arms. Flowers of excellent perfumes, an excellent conch and excellent seat, an umbrella and excellent steeds with excellent vehicles are always ready for the person who makes such a gift. The king and queen, so advised, then turned their sun-bright gazes to the person of Irayari Vairavi, the spotless white parasol of her blooming fame, and her mastery of courage, wisdom, love, ingenuity, and learning. With the tumultuous sounds of the war drums, rows of bells and bugles, kettle drums, tambourines, and conchs, they made known their gift of the laurel. It is known that by denying such a gift, one hurls oneself into hell and casts 10 generations of both one's paternal and maternal lines into the same place of misery. And the tears that would fall from the eyes of one so denied are capable of destroying the ancestors and descendants to the third generations of the denier. The wise heed these warnings. Therefore, it has come to pass in the first year of this reign, which is Anno Societatis 45, at the 39th Pennsic War, that by the inspiration of their hearts, and by the advice of their wisest counselors, Edward and Marguerite, King and Queen of the East, who are the embodiment of the boundless joy of their subjects, do command this edict, conferring upon their servant Irayari Vairavi the rank of laurel, and here be read aloud and borne forth on the glittering jewels of the rows of royal diadems. Text by Seigneur Lucien de Pontivy and Lady Aldrade de Tamworth. Translation into Tamil by Arvind Neelakantan. Seal created and carved by Master Luke Knowlton. Cast by Kestrel of Carolingia. Copper plates engraved and created by Master Luke Knowlton. For Mistress Irayari Vairavi, newest companion of the Order of the Laurel.
Vivas! Vivas!